yeah, how you can start up a combination attack. I mean, how you can draw the opponent to make a failure to end up with a submission.
Well, the biggest thing you want to do is always mean it, right? So if I come in and go boxing, right? Are you respecting that jab?
No.
Right? So that's not going to set anything up.
Yeah.
Right? No, I'm really trying to stick you with that jab. You see, you're checking it, right? So it can be, it doesn't have to be a full movement, right? Where here, that can be, you know, a fake to an Uchimata. It doesn't have to be a full fake to an Uchimata. But I can't just kind of do this. I really want to get that before I go here, right? So, but the other thing is, why does Jiu-Jitsu work?
Because you train against resisting opponents.
And what do we learn? People react the same way.
That's right.
Almost always. Even trained people react the same way. It's human nature, right? Now they may train and then react the same way, right? You catch a purple belt in armbar, he knows the proper defense. But you know that he knows the proper defense and he's going to do that. So you need to know what the untrained response to a situation is and the trained response. You need to know which person you're rolling with.
Yeah.
Right, so for instance, you know, if you do like a kick, an untrained person is going to do this, they're going to try to block with their arm. Trained person, they're going to turn their knee in, they're going to check, boom, here. You know which is which, right? So if you're trained, you check, right? I can go under, I can fake knowing you're going to bring your leg up. I can Superman punch, right? If you're untrained, I know how you respond.
Yeah.
I can build off of that. So this is where I talk about when you guys roll, having the private, the sergeant, the general, and the spy. The private is your technique, right? All right, go put your hand over there, right? That's, the hand goes and does it, it's the private. The sergeant is the one telling him the tactic, right? Do this, to get a Kimura, you grab the wrist, you grab your own wrist. The general is telling you the strategy, right? Which is, you know, I need to attack the neck because he doesn't have good defenses to jokes. But the one people forget is the spy.
The spy?
Yep. And the spy is simply the person who gathers information. And I'm surprised how many people don't do this at all. If I roll with you, let's say I'm here. Can this one just lay back? And let's say every time I pass guard, you roll away to your knees. Yeah. And I pass guard, and you roll away to your knees. If after 2 or 3 times I don't adjust and recognize that you're not trying to turn into me, that your game is rolling away from your knees, my spy is not doing its information.
Yeah.
The next time, let's say for instance, I go, instead of trying to come under this arm maybe, roll, where I don't have the strength. The next time, I'm catching that far collar, not the near collar. Roll away. But if I grab this collar, roll away, I might not be able to stop you. So I have to adjust what I do. My spy gave me that information. And yet, I will see people, because often at many schools, what are people taught? This is the best way to do X, Y, Z. You know, always Toriano pass. Well, you know, if the guy's got really crazy feet, Toriano pass is a bad idea. If I roll with him and every time I move, he's super flexible, able to get his feet back in. My spy should tell me this is a bad game plan. It should give the general information, bad game plan, we need a new game plan. Okay, this time, get your elbows in, let's do a smash pass. He tells the sergeant tells the practice to do it. But people don't pay attention. They're just so focused on, I gotta beat you. This is why when I roll, and I roll with you guys roll too, I make you guys roll a long time.
Yeah.
So you have time to start to gather information. I don't go right just trying to submit you over and over. I study how you respond. And it can be just as simple as, you put a hand on my collar, mount, Do I try to trap an upa? Do I block from this side? Do I try to turn away? Do I address this arm? If I address this arm, bring the arm up here, slide your knee up. Yeah. Yeah, and you see you can start attacking the arm. But try to do the same thing now. Right? So you're trying to do the arm bar when my arm isn't in the right place because I'm not defending the way that would lead to it, which would be a double attack. So you attack that choke, you recognize how I react to it. Your spy gets that information back to the general. Okay, so that's that spy, general, sergeant, private theory is one I've been teaching for a very long time. So when you roll, if you catch somebody in a kimura, don't just rip the kimura. Study, see if they react the same way every time. See what the reaction is. That way, maybe you go for the kimura and you can't get it, but you know what the reaction is going to be, so you're ready to exploit the reaction because you know what it's going to be.